We are back. The Breakdown Boys, Wade and Sensei.
What's up, dog?
Sensei and I just had a 3-hour basketball debate that I clearly won. And we are now going to dive in. Sensei, have you ever had a deep dive session into the game Grand Theft Auto?
A deep dive? Nah.
How much Grand Theft Auto have you ever played in your life? And in one setting?
Bro, there was a period of time where I played this game way too much. Let me tell you something. When I was a kid growing up at my mom's, it was weird. Like, you know those beds that have the base of it is like drawers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then like the back of it had like space.
Okay.
So what I did is I set up my bed against the wall so there was a gap underneath it. So I made like a mini room underneath the bed.
Okay.
And I put a TV in my PlayStation underneath that. So at night, I would slide my bed out, put a little pillow, move my bed back so I wouldn't get in trouble, bro. And I would just try to get 5 stars, son. And
in there gaming. So you weren't doing missions.
By
You were
myself.
just trying to solo dolo.
No, 5 stars. How long could I be a criminal for and get away with it?
Sounds like my life. Now, Sensei, this is the #1 trending video on YouTube. GTA 6 trailer has just come out.
Dude, we've been hearing some crazy stuff.
Everyone has been checking this out. We're going to check it out now. 100 million views in a day. And what we're going to do now is try to understand what the hell is happening, because none of us play this game very much. But
Not anymore. Yeah.
not anymore. But I'm
Vice City
excited.
was that game.
12 years, I think this has been in the making. So here we go. GTA 6 official trailer. Let's go.
Bro, the light looks crazy with the graphics.
The light is crazy.
Bro, look at the water.
That is nuts.
That's what I noticed off rip is the light. This is
The
like that
shadowing
engine. What is that?
and
You
the
talking about that? What is
lighting?
that called? The Unreal Engine or something? The G5?
Yeah,
G7?
we on a G7 right now, bro. This is getting scary how ridiculously good these graphics are. Lucia, our main character.
Bro, that just looks crazy there.
Yeah, bro. Is this supposed to be representing Florida? I'm assuming in some way.
Like, isn't it? Yeah.
Because you have Vice City, you have.
I tell you, Vice City was the game.
Right. You have Liberty City. You have all these places supposed to be representing Miami, New York,
Right.
somewhere in Florida. I'm
San
assuming
Andreas.
for this. Yeah, San
California.
Andreas supposed to be California. Oh wait, we got a clue right here. We're gonna go full. We're gonna go full breakdown here, huh?
Ah.
Stockyard downtown. What does that say? Kelly County, VCI Airport, the 404, the 97. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, this looks
It's
all
tough.
made up.
It's tough, bro. I know.
Bro, the graphics look crazy. Like, even the distance, the cars.
Yep. Make it rain Mondays. Oh, buddy, we going strip club.
There we go.
We going strip club, son. This is wild. Is that a homeless guy?
But this is just a trailer. There's no way the game looks like this.
I
This
think
is
it does.
actual-
Vice.
Actual gameplay. Told you, bro.
Vice, got to be in Florida. Hey, hold.
Bro, they getting wild.
I'm just gonna tell you something right now.
Live streaming.
This is like some TikTok shit. That thing was moving. And listen. I ain't never felt that way about a video game.
There
but,
you are. They got you. They got you in the game. Wait.
bro. That thing is moving.
That's wild. That's wild.
What are we saying?
They spent way too much time on this part of the game.
No, I think they spent an ample amount of developers. Great job with your Unreal Engine. That was Unreal ingenuity that I just saw. Yeah, they're in the bayou
Bro,
somewhere.
They make the camera look like a camera thing.
It's crazy, dude. What the?
There you are again.
Nah, look at this. Trillbilly Mud Club. There I am.
That's you.
I'm in Trillbilly Mud Club, son. Oh my.
This looks crazy.
This is nuts, dude. Okay.
It's just-
I have to, for a second, I have to stop it. You know what people said about this? I saw this online.
This looks like the rebound, dude.
No,
This is you again.
No.
There he is. There he is.
That's not what people said. You know what they said about this? This
What?
looks like Sean Strickland and that Nina girl.
That's 100% accurate.
Accurate, son. Looks just like her. Yo, this kind of looks like Sarah Safari from Bradley Martin's videos.
I thought that, but I wasn't gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't gonna say it.
It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying.
No, I just thought
she looks just like her, low key. Lucia.
That was supposed to be you and Sarah on the stream, but 24-hour stream. We never got there.
The people don't know about that one. All right, there it is, man. Grand Theft Auto 6 coming. Oh, this is what broke people's hearts right here, bro. Coming 2025. Hold that for 2 more years, son. Probably a little bit earlier than that, but still, at least a year. And
I feel like there's so much, and there's probably so many Easter eggs in this
that
thing
we have no idea. The thing that I
No
focused on was
idea.
ass shaking and
like, bro.
Nina and Sean Strickland in the video game. But
And I'm just like the light looks crazy.
hey, yo. The lighting is crazy. I'm still trying to figure out if this is like a combination of there's so many things happening. Is this like supposed to represent Florida and all of its places? Like you saw
know,
the
there's
city,
so
you saw
much
the
going
Vice
on.
sign, so I'm assuming that's like Vice City. And then maybe you can go in other place. I don't know, dude. Because there's like a bayou. There's a real heavy focus on these gators that are walking around, you know?
Yeah, what's with the Gators?
So they're down in the bayou and Kelly County. I'm you know, this is getting me. Like this is something important, and I know people are gonna be like, oh my God, Wade, that's the whatever, and you're not knowing. But I don't know. I don't know what that is. But
And like the NPCs in the game.
yup. Like
Bro.
this has got to be like Fort Lauderdale or something, bro, or Miami, something.
Bro,
You know,
the
I don't-
graphics look crazy.
It's wild though.
You know,
and-
like GTA, the interactions with things, like there's always like a limit of what you can interact with. It looks like they're just like completely.
I don't
open
know, though,
world.
man, 'cause-
Complete open world of what you can interact with.
I was gonna say GTA 5 was pretty open world for the most part. You could interact with a lot of things.
And it's no, that's what I'm saying. But it seems like they're gonna even take that even
further. Well, think about it. Rockstar as a studio has made some of the most crazy open world games, including GTA, but also Red Dead Redemption is one of their games.
Yeah.
And that, dude,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
interact with some crazy stuff in that game.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And this is 12 years in the making.
Damn.
And this thing's going to take over the world, dude. By the way, you know, video game content creators just had an orgasm. This is going to, like, think about how long GTA 5 has been used as a engine. People are still playing that game, modding it, you know what I'm saying, doing all the stuff, races, whatever. They're doing that still today, 12 years later.
That's wild.
This
What do
game
you think
will
about the whole
save-
notion of like GTA being like? Before you go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
This game was, I was going to say, this game's going to save YouTube careers, but it legitimately will. But
Yeah.
your point of it is more interesting to talk about. I saw a lot of people talking about this. One, Andrew
Yeah, like
Tate talking about it. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, Andrew Tate and Elon Musk. So I saw the trailer, but then
Elon
someone was
Musk
like, I have
is
to
the funniest thing I've ever
He's
seen.
like, I got to shoot cops, so I'm out, or something like that.
Yeah,
this is,
so
like, terrible.
This is the funniest.
I can't tell if he's trolling or not.
I think that I don't know, man. I don't know that Elon is, but here is here is a couple of people back to back to back that are saying some things about GTA 6. Elon says tried, but didn't like doing crime. GTA 5 required shooting police officers in the opening scene, just couldn't do it. And listen, to each their own,
Yeah.
right? But this reads like
Yeah, it's weird.
the person that picks up a video game or like GTA and just tries to abide by the laws in the game, completely missing the point of
I
the
remember
game.
getting so bored of just being like, I'm just going to obey traffic laws, dude, and just vibe out.
The
But
worst.
this is what I'm saying. This is where it gets...
but you're allowed
because
to do
it's
that, by the way.
Right, but this is my point, is because, and it's weird, I'm not one of those guys that's like that, but I can see a bit of the point, though, because as the games, number one, they become more realistic, but the realistic part is not the point for me. As they become more open world, and they become more, this is my player, and this is like my life, and
Now,
I get to do
is
whatever
that,
I
though?
want.
But is that the case with this?
I don't know, but people like GTA is like I don't know, but is it like an open world thing where it's like I get to just kind of just do whatever I want? Obviously, there's missions.
You can have a created player, yes. Like
GTA, that's kind of what the vibe was. Like you get to go out there, like see how crazy. Like it was like I didn't have to go rob the bank or beat up this random person to take their money.
Right.
But that's like what you could just do that. You know what I'm saying?
So
but that would never ever influence me to ever do that. Obviously,
there's an element of like I think you can create your own player for like an online campaign,
right?
Which you can do with your friends and you can do as a solo and you have missions, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're not playing the actual like offline storyline and you do it online, then yeah, you could get wrapped up in this is me, I'm doing this type thing for sure.
Yeah, but it feels like such a stretch.
But it's so removed from reality. Like
it's
know,
so removed.
And
but that's the thing. As the graphics get crazier or the interactions get crazier, like, and they've been talking about They've been talking about AI and things that you're not gonna be able to tell the difference. Right. That's where it's like now it gets weird because like I'm like, okay, I do have to understand the point where now as it gets more real and you don't tell the difference, how does that play on like, bro? Because when we grew up playing games, it was like Pokemon, like Game Boy,
right?
So we differentiated. It wasn't like, oh, this is me. Like I can live like vicariously through this thing. Like that wasn't it. It wasn't until like recent video games in the last like 5-10 years where it's like, bro, this is sick. But we didn't have that growing up. So for somebody, if obviously it's supposed to be played by older people, but if you're saying like kids are playing it and they're used to these immersed games where they're your own creative player, you get to create your own world and do your own thing.
Right.
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying I don't know. It's wild though, because I'm like, looks real. I thought I was in Miami.
It's getting real-ish,
and it's like,
but you're still looking at it like this looks real, but you're not confusing it for reality. I mean, maybe there are people that are out there that will.
There's definitely a line because,
but there are some people that will legitimately like confuse things that are not real for real.
Right, but this is a weird, like, because of video games, right? And it's super weird, and I'm just realizing this on the cusp. Because not like we say, oh, bro, it's crime, it's whatever. But it's not whatever. Because let's say we can murder people in games, which is like, because we do it, I think because of first-person shooter games and like
first-person shooter mode.
Fact, like those games, we've gotten used to it. But let's say in GTA, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you R-word a girl in the game.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You want to go there? You like... I can do this. I can impose my will in this way. Yeah, but that's when it gets a little weird.
Yeah, but you can.
But you're a step away. I will agree with you there. You're a step away.
Not even a step away. You can shoot someone in the head.
That's what I'm saying. You're always a step away from doing something that's over the line.
Right, but you can argue. What I'm saying is we already have a line. We don't really talk about it though, because we don't really talk about openly. But for example, if there were a game, I think most people would say if you can just like you can murder a random person on the street in the game, right?
Clear, yeah, you could just mow people down for sure.
But you can't R-word them.
Can't R-word them. You can't like.
But I would argue that if you could, I think most people are like, bro, that's crazy. That's too much.
That's too far. I think the graphic.
But even though you can shoot them in the head, right?
I think the graphic. No, it's for sure weird. But I think the graphic nature of showing.
You can shoot them in the head and their head would explode. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Those games, that's like the same graphic level of what I'm going to describe as like showing R-wording. You know what I'm saying? That would be the same level of graphic.
Or like becoming a serial killer. Like in a game.
That's pretty much what you are in a game like GTA.
That's what I'm saying though. So it's weird how it's like.
It's weird the differences
in. The more real it gets. Because like Fortnite is like, it's cartoonish characters.
Right, you're not
like
seeing them bleed out and like, yeah.
Now you have like gore and like how does that? Then you have like this where like girls are like whatever.
You can rob. You can go to the strip club. You could you can.
And
shoot.
If robbing's like technically when I kill someone in Fortnite, I rob them, but it's like because it's.
I mean, in Red Dead Redemption, you legitimately pick someone's pocket after you shoot them.
Right. But it's like we allow that and that. But
and you get drunk in the game.
But the R word we don't.
Another part of this too is can you do cocaine in the game? Can you do heroin in the game? Can you do we drink there? You can drink in the GTA game and get drunk.
Yeah, and you can't like murder children.
Right. There's a it's not a line, but there is a line somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I don't even think we even talk about it, but there is a line that we have.
But is it one of those things where it doesn't need to be spoken? You know what I'm saying? Like the reason we don't talk about it is probably because it doesn't need to be spoken.
Right, but I feel like I feel like I don't know. I haven't really thought about it too much as I'm thinking about it now as we're talking. I feel like maybe as it gets more real and it's more grown, I'm like.
But do you think it goes past this? Is my question.
Is it just me getting, or is this me getting older? You know what I'm saying?
It probably is a little bit of us being the old men yelling at clouds, but I don't see it ever going past where it's at. Is my thing. I shouldn't say ever, but I don't see them getting away with it going past that. Like I don't see anybody putting the R word in a GTA game and everybody being like, "Nah, that's cool."
Yeah, dude.
I don't see them shooting. I don't see them like lining kids up and going "Row," and being like, "Yeah, we good."
See, that's what I'm saying. That would be ridiculous, even though you're allowed to murder someone in cold blood. Facts,
and it's a very weird thing, but I think it's ingrained because I don't know the steps of progression
because of the progression of what we played and maybe what we understand
watched in movies as well too, though.
It may be different for other people growing up, is what I'm saying. I don't know. That's my point. I don't know.
Maybe, but there is a rating on the game, by the way. We haven't even discussed that.
For a reason.
There is a rating on the game. So if you're old enough to play the game, you are supposed to be old enough to handle adult situations portrayed on screen. As in the same way you're supposed to be able to handle that for an R-rated movie. And by the way, there are some R-rated movies that do show the R word happening.
Exactly. But that's where it gets, when I say open world game, where it's like, because they even have it in video games, by the way. Like there's certain video games I play. I'm not doing it, but the character gets R word, or like you see. You know what I'm saying?
There's some sort of description of that
part
happening.
Of the storyline.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, but not.
You're not seeing it on screen.
I'm in control. This is what I'm doing.
Right. I'm the one that press A to. Yeah, no, you're not doing that.
Press A. Yeah, like that's
crazy.
An option.
Yeah.
But
there are sex games though. Where you have to press A and
like
do.
You said, police officers.
Not that I know about
murder.
These
I can literally be a. It's like, not that I know. I'm saying. He pulled the Cat Williams.
I've heard what had happened was.
I don't know the recipe. I'm just saying.
But hold on, before we continue.
But do you know what I mean, though?
I 100% know what you mean. And it is when you talk about it, when you start saying it out loud, it is a little odd.
You could be a terrorist, literally.
100%. You could, like you said, you could be a serial killer. But let's hear what Andrew Tay had to say, because a lot of people got on his case about this today.
Have you ever played any GTA? This is a genuine question. I've never played any of them.
I believe that I played.
Okay, first off, why is it just black people on the screen?
What's going on here?
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
The first one, that's like a top.
To be fair, I will say, why did Rockstar put black people in all of the terrible shaking ass and fucking throwing money at the strip club? Like, come on, bro.
Dude, is that down south, that vibe, that culture.
I mean, to be fair,
yeah,
I've seen. Well, they should put They did. To be fair, they put a white dude in his thong on his front porch.
And they have white girls too.
Yeah. But this is a crazy collection from the
bird's eye view,
whoever did
kind of 2D game without any real graphic violence. Back when I was maybe 10 or 11 or 12, whenever it came out, I do recall that. But you know what? I'm going to speak about GTA 6 while you're on the topic, because now we're actually talking about something that's relatively important. Video games aren't necessarily evil. But, I remember when video games, because I'm very old, I'm an old man. I remember you used to play a little man in a red hat trying to rescue a princess and teaming up with your brother. Now,
Mario was fire back in the day, dog.
Fire
game. Which Mario is he talking about, though? Because I don't remember many times where Mario and Luigi teamed up. It was usually he played one or the other.
Yeah, no. I
don't know what game he's talking about. I don't think he ever played Mario.
Yeah. Now, if rescuing purity from evil while teaming up for your brother isn't a good theme of a video game, then I don't really know what is. I'm not a fan of anyone under the age of 18, 21 maybe, playing video games where the goal is to shoot police officers. I just don't think that's good for society. With all the amazing...
He's spitting.
Yeah, I know, facts.
But it's through the context of, like you said, the literal nature of this.
I do remember, I'm not gonna lie, when I was a kid playing the game.
I've played it as a kid.
And I was like, there was times where I'm like, this is kind of crazy. Like,
I'm just shooting everybody up. Yeah, like one of those things.
You're having like this is a little much.
Yeah, you're like,
then you kind of grow out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, because that's another point too. We'll let them finish, but that's another point about desensitization that we have in these games and how it affects me.
Graphics and engines and whatever people put into these video games. I feel like
literally us.
You could create a better objective with the game, Maybe you are the police officer. Maybe you are trying to stop
Sorry, carry on.
criminals. And,
Sorry. Okay. No, sorry, carry
Just
on. I had
mad
a cough.
crime, and you're just a police officer.
I'm not
taking
talking to you.
everybody
No,
out.
just carry on.
It's terrible, dude. That would
Justin
be
got
terrible.
pissed. But honestly, though, like no one would buy the game where the police officers were stopping crime. I don't think. Like,
They have those game police cases.
I would love to see the sales numbers on those. You know what I mean? And that again, maybe that's a problem with society that we don't
If it
want,
was
we
a
don't
police-
aspire to be the police officer.
They would
you know?
be. They would want to be the police officer who just shoots everybody. That's
Yeah,
what it-
yeah. You're the cop gone rogue at this point. That's what you are, dog. You're freaking Rambo. You're Die Hard. You know what I'm saying? That's who you are.
Yep. So yeah, essentially the same thing.
So the point that they're making essentially is like the goal shouldn't be for people under the age of 21 or 18. Really, I mean anybody. The goal shouldn't be, hey, let's go kill a bunch of the police. But you don't have the maybe the mental capability to understand the line between what you're doing in that game or what's happening versus what should happen in real life for a
Especially
younger
if you
individual.
can customize your character. Like when we play 2K, bro, like my player.
You can, absolutely you can.
That's what I'm saying. If it's like this is my character,
You can
and
make
it's like,
them
I make it look
somewhat
just
similar
like me,
to you. You know.
Like this is my house. This is my. It's all my
I don't know
stuff,
if you can.
know what I'm saying?
You actually do in GTA. You have like a garage. You have
Right,
like an
yeah, yeah.
apartment. You know what I'm saying? In the
Yeah.
online, because I used to have my little truck. My truck was fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get it tricked out.
right.
So you get into it for sure. Now,
I don't know how that affects because when we again, there's a development of like, I'm not saying me or like anyone. I just don't. I don't.
we're too old to really know.
because we're like, oh, bro, video games like we under
Like you can
there was a
we can
separation.
unplug and be like, okay, now
Right,
back
but
to real
kids-
life.
I don't know how it affects the iPad kid. You know,
I don't know how it affects them,
nowadays.
and I don't know
especially
that,
with VR and the way you interact with things in an open world. I just
Right.
don't know how like what that effect has.
Well, I think that with the thing we
that.
were talking about a second ago, being desensitized to things is probably the biggest effect.
yeah,
I think that's probably a massive effect for all of us, though. Like, imagine
Facts.
I don't know, because the 1940s, you probably got desensitized to a lot too, but it happened in real life. You know what I'm saying?
right. The older you go,
Maybe
the
like
more you
the-
saw. We see less now, and it's more
Like
virtual than
like a 70s individual, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
late 70s, after, you know what I'm saying, Korean War, all that. But late 70s, into the 80s,
right.
that person picking up GTA and playing it is probably horrified them.
Especially like a new one with the graphics.
With the
that real.
graphics are like that, and then you don't even have to play it. You're just watching someone play it like a movie.
Yeah,
It's probably horrifying.
yeah.
But
Like, you see a
like-
kid just going, yeah,
Like
Yeah,
you're watching,
like,
and
what?
if you're watching the kid play it too, yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, you're like, what? Like, if
But
I watch
because
myself,
in a different way, it's like we're desensitized to violence. Honestly,
and this is why I wasn't allowed to play it at one house. You know,
facts. But you're desensitized to this violence in the video game, and that may be the thing that carries over to real life because of, dude. And this is
I'll say this: it doesn't help.
it doesn't
You can't,
help.
I
at all.
can't say that one thing will cause another thing.
That's the
But
thing. You
doesn't
can't
help.
directly put it together, and that's the whole point of this. Is like, is it a bad like? Here's the overarching
weird.
thing we're
It's
trying to
weird,
get at:
dude.
is GTA bad for society? Is what we're asking. Really,
Oh man, is it bad for society?
that's really what you're asking. When you start talking about what the Tates are saying, what we're saying, is it bad for society? Is
Well,
it bad
I
for
would
us?
say it's definitely not good for the younger generation. That's why they don't allow it. That's why
For
it's
sure.
against the rules.
But is it
You know
the
what I'm saying?
same level of an R-rated movie for the younger generation? I would say no. It's a
I would
little
say
more
no.
because you
I
have
would say a
more
little more 'cause
access
you-
to get it.
Yep, and you can interact with it, and you can live vicariously through it.
You can
way
also,
that you
it doesn't
can't
get
with-
old after 3 hours.
and you're doing the action. If I'm like,
Yeah.
bang, bang, I don't have to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
You're watching
choosing,
it happen versus making it happen. That makes sense.
You know,
But what's the
I
overall?
used to literally say 5 stars, but that's why I was like, I'm trying to hold 5 stars. It was because it was a
do
challenge.
more
You know what I'm saying?
crime.
Which is
I
like,
gotta do
but
more.
again,
I gotta kill more.
but yeah, exactly. Like it's like I got to do this to hold 5 stars.
But
Like,
then
I'm saying,
again, we've
but
played
again,
war
I'm saying
games.
exactly. Which how many kills can I get like in a game? That's what
Yeah,
I'm
we've
doing.
played Call of
But
Duty.
again, I'm saying that's to the guys though of like I'm trying to achieve this challenge. I'm trying to achieve this checkpoint.
It's not like
or
in
just
cold
whatever.
blood. You're just
I'm not like I'm just trying to kill people.
yeah. Like I want to get the most amount
In
of
an
damage
open world,
possible.
if I'm not getting anything for it, if I'm just like remember you try to get money. I'm like, I want to get money and buy stuff, so then you just
run
murder
people
me.
over. Yeah,
It's crazy.
just mow people down.
Wild.
Like I think there's like pregnant women in the game too. You're just running them over.
Oh my god,
Old
The game's-
ladies running them over.
Yeah,
So
dude, that's wild.
again, when you
But
really, if
again,
you really,
it's-
but there's
it's-
something
I don't know,
also
it's
to be
tricky.
said about overthinking this, right?
Yeah, but you can't argue. See, we have a line though, because like I said, if you were allowed to like, oh, you can murder people, you can R-word them, you can become a serial killer. Like technically, it's all within the same realm. You know what I'm saying?
It's all within
If
the same realm.
if I can take a grenade, an RPG, or take a car, just run through people.
You can in the game. You can take an RPG and just launch it into people, and just their bodies fly through the air, dude. It's
right,
like-
but you can't R-word someone,
you can't. No.
right? So, but if you could, I think we have a line somewhere, and
And you can get a lap dance in the game, and it can get,
Yeah, bro.
So
You can
there
make
is
that
a
car.
line.
It's weird though. All I'm saying is that there is. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking about it. I'm not like I don't have like a stance, but it is something to think about because when you step back from it, it's like, yeah, you can't do certain things in the game,
Yeah.
and some certain things would be like, that would be crazy. But even though we allow so much, and is that a good thing, or do we realize that we should allow it? Have we even put any thought into that?
That's the thing
Does
too.
that
Is like,
play a
what is the
factor?
other? What is the other
Doesn't
side of it
affect
though?
me.
Like what's the other side of it? Do we like if we don't allow it? Are we then like
Yeah,
the
I don't
burning?
see-
Are we then like the burning books type people where you're like no? You know what I
No,
mean?
see that's the thing. I don't think you can. I don't think you should. The game should be banned.
Should
or
it be
not
one of those
made.
things where we start like
No.
we have to? Honestly, the end of this conversation is parents' discretion. That's really it.
Yeah, no, and also it's just people. I think just having like, just be insightful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone who watching this or playing like 99% of people aren't. I don't think it really has an effect. But if young kids are playing,
99.9%.
if young kids are playing it though, for sure.
Oh yeah, if you have like a 5-year-old playing this game,
Like when I was playing it though, I was young, but I think because of the game, it was certain things that you could do that I could do in other games. If this allows you to do like, bro, the graphics and stuff, it's like you were saying.
do you
It's
think the
like if
graphics
it's
are the biggest
worse-
part of this for you? Like if
It
it was a
does
bunch of
make it
block
because
characters
people
running
can't-
around and the blood was like big square pixels, it probably wouldn't hit the same. But now that there's actual,
it doesn't. Yeah. The gore and the graphics have a big part because it makes it seem more real.
Yeah.
And if I'm younger, if I'm 10, even 10, 11, like 12, dude, like that age, like 10, 11, 12, and like I don't know, I didn't have that. So I don't know if like me seeing these.
We're the
bro,
last.
Look at the graphics.
I think we're
Look
the
at the
last
graphics that we
generation.
thought were good. Like, oh, these graphics are
Bro,
sick.
we played Super Nintendo, 2 Dreamcast, 2 N64, like Sega Genesis, all the way through. So we have seen this progression. It's probably why we appreciate it so much more. But also
Yeah.
the reason that as adults we can go, yeah, nah, this is bullshit.
We
This
didn't
is a
have
game.
access to these games again, like you said, until we were older.
We're the last generation, by the way. Same reason that most of this millennial generation or the 90s babies got the before cell phones era of childhood,
Yeah. Yep. That's why I'm
Before
like, dude,
internet.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds, if they're playing this game and all like, yeah, like, and they're like not supervised, and
These kids got
That's
these kids
wild.
may not have a shot, bro. Like
that's why it's like, bro, what? I don't know how that's for them. That's crazy.
if you're
No
a
way
kid in
they
this
should-
generation and you make it out with a fully functioning brain and somewhat of a healthy grasp on life, you did it, bro. You did it. Because
You know the way
it's
trends are, bro.
it's crazy.
Bro, look at they had the police officer who threw that lady down, and we're like, oh, GTA, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm saying we can laugh,
that's like decent.
but what did I say to you? I was like, this is crazy. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
But then we see the caption on it, and it's probably some 13-year-old that's made that caption and has no care in the world about what happened, but let me get a funny tweet.
and actually, we do see that though. We do see crimes like that where you see young teens acting crazy and reckless
Oh, yeah.
in public, doing things with no care for other people. But then again, like GTA is not responsible for that.
No, not at all.
That's parents.
That's what I'm saying. It always is going to come
Period.
down to parent discretion.
Always, regardless. I
Always.
don't give a damn what video game it is. It could be the worst.
Everything.
You could be 9 years old and watching every radar movie ever, play the worst video game ever. It's parents.
So at the end of this discussion, we're gonna sound. By the way, we are gonna sound like the old men yelling at clouds, buddy.
Bro.
Because genuinely,
we're gonna be playing. We're gonna be playing.
Oh no, we're gonna be 100% be playing. What are we talking about? And that's where we come to this crux of the argument is like generally there's no one that's going to look at this game and go, oh, let me go do that in real life. 99.9% of the case. All we are saying is that 1%. They're already going to do it. But the closer we get to this realism in the game, it's probably not a good thing.
Yeah,
as a
for
whole.
younger people.
For the young,
we
for
know
the
that
10,
young kids get access anyways, so it's like, damn, now they get access to that.
For the kids that are still
they're out here
morphing their brain,
mad real, dude. They're like
12 years old, and we throwing money, and we running over peeps, and we shooting.
Like it was pixelated. It was like Tomb Raider. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was.
Yeah, facts. Hey, the freaking triangle bodies, dog. Madden Blitz 2000 was my shit, dog. And you could punch people in that game and body slam and do all that, but it was, polygons doing it. But
that's wild.
Comment section, you let us know. Are you going to be shaking your polygons on GTA 6, or is this a bad thing for society? We don't really have those answers. We bring up some good points, but the game is coming out in 2 years, so you got that amount of time to decide, and guess we'll find out.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss.